Reddit, what is the scariest, most unexplainable moment or experience you have had? I got cornered outside my front door by a stranger who popped out of my trash alley. Despite hours spent preparing for such an encounter, both mentally and physically, I completely froze. After asking me what time it was, midnight, he bent down and stroked my foot, then left. I've added a few security measures to my apartment after that. I still have no idea. Semi-explainable, but still scary and weird as fuck. When I was about 12, I had figured out a trick to stopping nightmares. Once I realized I was having one, I'd stop and just start screaming as loud as I could. The focus on attempting to scream usually snapped me out of it. Worked wonderfully. But one dream, I was in a dark, evil castle and was being chased by some vampire evil fucker. I realized the familiar shit nightmare feeling, and proceeded to stop and scream. I started to wake up, but suddenly went right back. He was standing in front of me and said that won't work this time. Fucking terror. Late high school, summertime, I was sitting downstairs in the family room, dinking around on the internet and watching TV at about 3 in the morning. I was contemplating sleep soon, but fuck it, the sun wasn't up yet. The volume was down quiet on the TV, so it was just kind of a background noise. Out of nowhere, I hear someone whisper in my ear, clear as day, go to bed. The voice was so clear, I jerked around and looked up towards the stairs, expecting to see my dad leaning over the banister, but no dice. I even went up to check to see if my parents were both asleep because the voice had been that fucking clear. Both of them were snoring and I immediately took that as my K to go the fuck to sleep. I once flew my car off the interstate at 75 miles per hour because I fell asleep. Before I knew it, I was looking at the side of a ditch through my driver's side window. Sunroof and windows shattered. I was covered in glass. Talking about it with the state trooper who saw it happen and stopped to help. The car could have done about 3 or 4 other things that would have ended up with me being dead. Wear your seatbelt. I'd be much flatter today without it. Oh, and 3rd Gen 4Runners are great, RIP. When I was 18, I had a premonition that my dad would die during a routine diagnostic procedure scheduled for the next day. I was filled with absolute certainty, to the degree that I didn't bother packing a lunch that morning because I knew they would call me off the job site. They did. He had died. Walked into a bank while it was being robbed. Flying on a C-130 while the 2 of the 4 engines blew to shit. Been within 100 yards of a mortar in Afghanistan. Been in a vehicle which flipped onto its side. Lived on a street where a drive-by took place. Been jumped by gang members.